Story: The Princess and the Pea. The kingdom was a beautiful and prosperous place, ruled by a wise king and a kind queen. Their greatest pride, however, rested upon their only son, the prince. His heart was set, not merely on a woman of noble birth, but on a true princess. This was the singular ambition that occupied his mind. He set out on a grand quest. Traveling across oceans and mountains, visiting the courts of countless kings. He met many ladies who claimed the title of princess. They wore silks, they spoke with grace, and they bore the titles of ancient houses. Yet, something always felt amiss. One was too loud, another too rough in her laughter. A third seemed more interested in the size of his kingdom than in his heart. Each time, a seed of doubt would sprout. Were they truly princesses? He would ponder. Or merely women dressed in royal finery? After many seasons of fruitless searching, his spirit began to flag. One evening, as the autumn winds raged outside and the rain lashed against the heavy casement windows of the castle, a furious storm descended upon the kingdom. The thunder rattled the very foundations of the old fortress. Amidst the chaos of the natural world, a desperate knocking echoed at the main gate. The old king himself, wrapped in his velvet robe, went to open the door, wondering who could possibly be out in such tempestuous weather. Standing there, shivering and soaked to the bone, the water streaming from her hair and down her fine clothes, pooling around her feet, was a young woman. Her attire, despite being ruined by the rain, hinted at remarkable quality. "I am a princess," she declared, her voice trembling slightly from the cold but firm in its assertion. The king, in his gentle manner, invited her inside, offering her a towel and a seat by the blazing hearth. The queen mother, however, was immediately skeptical. Looking at the girl, so utterly drenched and disheveled, she thought, a princess? In this state? The queen was not unkind, but she was practical and possessed a keen, discerning eye. She knew that a true princess, one of the kind the prince was seeking, was more than just a title. She was a creature of singular, undeniable finesse. The prince watched the exchange with a mixture of curiosity and a renewed, cautious hope. Could this be the one, arriving so dramatically, right on his doorstep? The queen had an idea, a silent, ingenious plan that would put the young woman's claim to the definitive test. She said nothing to anyone, merely excusing herself from the room. She proceeded to the sleeping quarters prepared for the guest. In the luxurious, four-poster bed, she carefully placed a single, small green pea right on the wooden bedstead. This was the foundation of the royal test. Upon this tiny pea, the queen then piled an astounding 20 mattresses, each one thicker and softer than the last, filled with the finest, yielding goose-down quilts, the lightest, fluffiest coverings available in the entire kingdom. The bed now rose nearly to the ceiling, a mountain of luxury and softness. When the princess was led to her chamber, she climbed the elaborate steps required to reach the top of the towering bed. In the morning, the queen went to her and, with polite concern, asked, "And how did you sleep, my dear?" The princess rubbed her eyes, a look of genuine distress on her face. "Oh, most dreadfully," she exclaimed. "I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Goodness knows what was in that bed. I lay upon something hard and lumpy, and now I am black and blue all over." It was truly awful. The king, the queen, and the prince exchanged triumphant glances. Here was the proof they had sought. No one but a true princess, whose skin and nerves were of such exquisite and almost supernatural sensitivity, could possibly have felt a tiny pea through 20 mattresses and 20 eider-down quilts. Her discomfort, her truthful, detailed complaint, was the most convincing proof of her royal nature. The prince's heart leapt with joy. He knew then that he had finally found the woman he had been searching for all along. He immediately took her as his wife, confident that her genuineness had been tested and proven beyond any doubt. The pea itself, the simple instrument of this extraordinary test, was placed in the Royal Museum, where it can still be seen today, unless, of course, someone has stolen it. The prince and his true princess lived happily ever after.